of our Workfront User Group. And today we're just going to go through like a little kickoff event, run through exactly like what this user group is, what we're hoping to all get out of it, do some intros, and just go from there. Sound good?
Sounds great. Okay, so first and foremost, just wanted to let everybody know that we are recording this call. After the meeting today, this call will be posted in the Adobe user group. We have a YouTube channel. If anyone is uncomfortable being on a live recorded session, no worries at all. Feel free to hop off, and then you can listen to the session after today's meeting, which we will share.
All right, so just to run through a quick agenda of what today's meeting will look like, we're just going to start with a welcome, again, kind of walk through exactly what this Workfront user group is, go through a couple little house rules for our users here. We're going to introduce ourselves, so me and Jen are going to be your co-leaders, and we'll do some intros, and then we want to get to know all of you guys, where you guys are in the area, what you're doing with Workfront within your roles. And then figure out what you guys want to do with this user group. So the best part about this is there's a lot of flexibility moving forward of what you guys want to see in the session is what Jennifer and I want to present to you. So we'll go through some topic ideas and figure out what we should focus on for upcoming sessions. And then we'll run through some upcoming events that Adobe and Workfront just have for you guys to view. And then different ways that we can all stay connected outside of these live sessions.
Awesome. And just so you know, I don't think any of our bookcases look like that. I wish I have bookcase envy right now. Well, welcome, guys. A warm Philly welcome. What is a WUG? Some of you may have heard of this term before. I'm also new to it myself, but a WUG is a Workfront user group. And so at the end of the day, we are a community of passionate Workfront users who come together virtually and or in person a few times a year. So we are so excited that you guys are here today. There's 21 of you in the Philly or immediate area, and just wanted to give a warm welcome, Philly style. Our goal for these meetings is to come together, share best practices, problem solve, learn, network, and really grow together. Our meetings are open to Adobe Workfront users of all skill levels, whether you are a project manager, new in an instance, or advanced and writing code. We welcome everybody. This is a safe place, and we're excited that you're here.
All right, so just a couple house rules for our user group. Nothing too crazy, but we just want to go through these quick so everyone's on the same page. So within this group, we just want to make sure there's no self-promotion or pitching of any kind. I know some of you might work for some amazing companies with some great products, but we just want to make sure that that doesn't flow into our user group here. And just don't contact anyone outside of the user group like unsolicited without their consent, whether that be on LinkedIn or other social platforms, again, with any self-promotion. And just respect all of our privacy here. Today's just a kickoff call, but as we have more of these sessions, we're probably going to get into different issues we're having with our system, different use cases, and sharing a lot of tips with each other. So just keep that within this meeting and don't go sharing different use cases of different companies or individuals outside of this group here. Anyone have any questions on those? Cool. All right, Jen.
Awesome. So I just want to formally introduce myself to everybody. I, as well with Kaylee, am a co-lead for the Philly WUG. My name is Jen Mancini. I have over 20 years in marketing, communications, and project manager experience. And I'm currently the Adobe Workfront application owner at Aramark. I live in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, which is in the Lehigh Valley, about 70 minutes north of Philadelphia. If anyone's familiar with the area, throw it in the chat. Love to hear where you guys are from as we do some intros later. Fun facts about me: I am on the soccer field every weekend with my two daughters. They play on 2 club teams, and I am still trying to figure soccer out. It is not my sport, so I'm asking lots and lots of questions constantly. I also have an English setter. She has a Turkish passport, and she is always with me all the time. She's a Velcro dog. And my favorite quote of all times really is fail fast, fail forward. I put that in here because I think it's incredibly applicable to Workfront. We're going to try a lot of things. I'm sure you all on the call have tried things, they haven't worked, and okay, let's fail fast and let's figure out what we can do better. 9 times out of 10, the secondary solution that comes out of a fail is even better than what you originally thought. So just a little bit about me. I'm going to pass it back over to Kaylee.
Thank you. So yes, my name is Kaylee Richard, and I have over 5 years of experience working within marketing operations. Currently, I am a marketing operations manager at Toll Brothers, and within that role, I am one of our Workfront admins. I live in Warminster, Pennsylvania, and our corporate office, which I'm in the office now, is in Fort Washington. So if you're around those areas, that's where I am. I love to travel basically anywhere that has a beach, whether it's just Jersey Shore or like some very nice island down in the Caribbean. As long as there's a beach, I will go. And I have a dog as well. I have a Cavapoo. His name is Nugget. He is also a Velcro dog. If I'm ever home during one of these WUG meetings, he might join. And my favorite quote is, "The grass is greener where you water it." So that comes from like the grass is greener on the other side, but this is kind of the flip side of it. So just the perspective of the grass is greener where you are, what you're working on. If you continue to pour into it and focus on it, you can make what you have better instead of having to go somewhere else to find something better.
So now we want to hear from everybody on this call. So I'm going to call on folks and we're going to leave this slide up. Here's some of the questions that we're going to ask. If you could just tell us your name, your current company and position, what your favorite thing about Workfront is, and what do you hope to gain from being part of the Philly WUG? All right, so I'm going to actually start from the bottom right now on my screen. And Cassie, could you kick us off? Cassie, are you there? And also feel free, whatever your comfort level is, if you want to stay off camera, that's completely fine. This is on the lunch hour. I know some folks are probably eating lunch, but it's up to you. All right, I'm actually going to come back to Cassie. Monique Evans, thank you for coming today. Do you want to kick us off?
There it is. I was like, where's the button? Hi, everybody. Sure. I am Monique Evans from Stanley Black & Decker. I actually live in Baltimore, so 90 minutes away from all of you great folks, but I go to Philly all of the time. So just now I was like, there's a Philly group. I'm also joining it. I also run the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia WUG. So if anyone wants to travel a little south, here we are. What were the questions? Let's see. My favorite thing about Workfront is its flexibility and the community. Like the product itself, super flexible. Pretty much any workflow use case I've ever seen, I'm able to still use Workfront for. And then the community kind of speaks for itself. All of you great folks and other people I've learned from and able to kind of tap into. And what I hope to gain is just learning more about how other folks are doing things. It might not sound like you're doing something really cool and interesting, and then you show it to somebody else and they're like, I never would have thought of that, and it blows their mind. So I'm always down to kind of just hear what other folks are doing.
Awesome. Thank you, Monique.
Of course.
What about Nicole?
I think it looks like Nicole and Cassie were having issues with their audio,
Okay.
so maybe pass over Nicole too.
Yeah, okay. What about Mina?
Oh, hi. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So hi, I'm Mina Rowe. I currently am a system admin and a product owner of Workfront at Comcast here in the Philadelphia office. I would say my favorite thing about Workfront is also similar to Monique, the flexibility and also the ability to customize. And then what do I hope to gain from being part of the Philly Workfront User Group is to network, share, and learn best practices with other Workfront users in the area.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Victoria?
Hey,
Hi.
Victoria.
Nice to see a lot of familiar faces on this call. I'm Victoria, and I'm currently a Workfront consultant at Accenture, but I did get my start with Workfront with Kaylee, Lauren, and I also see Joe on this call too. My favorite thing about Workfront, definitely as a consultant, bringing it to new clients, seeing them change their processes, definitely an exciting thing. And definitely hope to gain from this Philly Workfront user group, meeting others in the area that are in Workfront.
Awesome. Heather, nice to see you.
Is that me, Heather Munn?
Yes, that's you.
I just joined. I'm just making sure. I'm playing catch up here. So are we doing an introduction?
Yeah, so there's questions on the screen. So if you could just tell us your name, the company and position, what your favorite thing about Workfront is, and what you hope to gain from joining the Philly WOG.
Okay, so Heather Munn, I'm with NJM Insurance Group, and I am a technical analyst in the marketing department. My favorite thing is prior to, and I'll steal the thunder if Amanda and Jen Keel haven't introduced themselves yet, but Workfront made our lives a lot easier over here. We didn't have a system of truth for all of our marketing assets prior to this. So it's really created a lot of efficiencies and also allowed us to develop metrics that we didn't previously have. And what I hope to gain from the user group, I've been to 2 in-person user groups previously and met many of you on this call. And they're just so beneficial to pick each other's brains and, you know, be able to see if someone's facing the same kind of issue as you and how they're handling it and vice versa.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good to see you. What about Eileen?
Hi, I'm Eileen Wellensdorf. I am at SCI Investments.
Eileen, could you talk up a little bit louder? It is hard to hear you. I'm so sorry.
I'm wondering if it's picking up the wrong line. Let's see. How about this one? Better?
A little bit better. Yeah.
Eileen Wellensdorf. I'm at SCI Investments in Oak, Pennsylvania, so it's a little suburb outside of Philadelphia. I have been an admin of the Workfront since the middle of 2017, and I've loved every bit of Workfront in the work management system in marketing. My background is in graphic design, so I've worn many hats in the marketing world. So pulling those together into a consistent workflow and making it make sense, seeing things start all the way through to the finish line is like one of the best things in the world for me, keeping a small marketing team for a large company flowing. And what I hope to gain out of this is basically just networking, hearing what all of you are dealing with, seeing how we can help each other. I love the community with Workfront, so that's why I'm here. Thank you for building this.
Well, thank you for joining. Kim B, you are next on my screen.
Hey there, Kim Bostramowitz. I see a lot of friendly faces that I've met at other user group events, so I'm excited about that. I am the Director of Creative Operations at GAF. We are a manufacturing company, manufactures roofing and waterproofing materials up here. I'm about 100 miles north of Philly in Parsippany, New Jersey. So I've joined the New York user group and the Philly one. I think just like Monique is in a couple of them. So my favorite thing about Workfront is organizing the chaos. When you have a large internal creative department like we do, things can get pretty chaotic pretty quickly unless you have some processes and some funnels and some rules in place. And Workfront has really allowed us to do that. I configured it back in 2017 for our organization. So it's been fun being the system admin, growing in a instance that has matured a lot over time. And then I hope to, just connect with other system admins in this user group. And I've already benefited quite a bit from just chit chatting about like, hey, I'm trying to do this, or hey, what's something cool that you're working on? Because like Monique said, you might think it's like, oh, like this little thing that you built. And one of us is like, wait, you did what? Show me, how you did the thing. So I find that this is a really, really good exchange. So
Awesome. Joe?
Hi, everybody. My name is Joe Ogletree. I'm the VP of Marketing Technology at Toll Brothers in Fort Washington, PA, about 45 minutes north of Philly. My favorite thing about Workfront is how efficient it's made our team, especially using Fusion to automate stuff. And I'm here just to hear how others are doing the same thing. I want to, wire this thing into all of our systems and make them hum.
Awesome. Vinay?
Hey, my name is Vinay Patel. I work at Merge as a consultant, as a solutions architect for Workfront. I work with Kaylee and already. Favorite thing about Workfront is, they keep adding on great features to it, making the product, a lot better than what it used to be. I've been working with this product since before it was called Workfront, when it used to be AdTask. So been around it for a while. And here to network and, gain experience from everybody else as well.
Awesome. Thanks for coming. Madeline?
Yes, hello. I'm Madeline Kohler from the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia Foundation, about 200 members of the fundraising department. And I'm Director of Process and Project Optimization. We've had Workfront for a few years. We adore it. The robustness and the capabilities are just tremendous. And as most of you said, just really learning how you're using it, what's happening. I have a team of 5, and we really can't wait to do more.
Awesome. Faith?
Hi, everybody. So my name is Faith Miller. I work for BetMGM as an associate process improvement manager, and I'm a system admin for Workfront right now. We're kind of in the process of learning what Workfront can do. So having a favorite isn't quite available to me at the moment. I haven't discovered that quite yet, but we have a lot of work to do in there to build it to be what I know it can be. So I'm sure I'll find a favorite eventually. So what do I want to gain from being a part of the Philly Workfront User Group? Networking, obviously. I think just hearing anybody's information and use cases and experiences can be really helpful and give me maybe some aha moments to go back to my own experience and make it better. So I'm looking forward to just seeing what this thing can do and how it can help everybody in the company be more organized. And it's fun to see Monique on here because I join a lot of like the weekly workshop stuff that they put on, and Monique's always on there giving really fun information. So I feel like there's a celebrity on here with us. That's fun.
She is a celebrity.
And then one last thing, Jen, if you've ever heard of the Gotham FC women's soccer team.
Yes, I have.
I'm a season ticket holder, so we go watch their home games. So if the girls are interested.
Oh, you're sweet. Yes, that is a great, great time. We've seen Alex Morgan there, and I think my kids were starstruck. So yeah, that's fun. A very good time.
Cool. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Laura Powers. I think you were still on mute. Oh, okay. Laura Band?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. I'm using Laura Band's audio. When I'm done, I'm going to turn it over to her.
Perfect.
We're already in the same room. I was just typing to Faith that we've all been newbies in the platform, and I really found it very helpful to talk to people like Kim B on this call before we really got started in Workfront. And that's why I think these user groups are so valuable. And I thank Kaylee and Jen for starting this. I manage the department that Jen's in, and I'm the VP of marketing and operations here at Aramark. My favorite thing about Workfront is the transparency that it brings us into all the work across all our teams in our whole department. Like, it's just transformed the way we're able to understand how work flows through and the way we report to leadership. So, well, thanks again for starting this group, and so glad to be here.
Awesome. Laura Band.
Hi, guys. I'm Laura Band. I am the Senior Manager of Operations and Compliance for Aramark, working very closely with Laura Powers and Jan Mancini. I'm going to reiterate, I think it's great. One of my favorite things is this is one system of truth, this Workfront. We've had it for about 2 years now, and we started with just time, tracking time, but we have moved a lot of the different processes we have within our entire business resource center into this tool. And I love how it's grown, and we have one system rather than many different systems managing, and it helps with compliance and governance. A lot of other folks have said, being a part of this team, it will help us with user groups and just getting case studies and understanding how other teams are utilizing the tool. And I look forward to hearing that. And also, hopefully, everything that we're doing at Aramark in our Workfront instance, we can share that knowledge with you as well.
Awesome. Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren McGowan. I am the Marketing Operations Manager at Thermo Fisher Scientific. So they're based out of Waltham, Massachusetts, but I'm fully remote. So I started out in Workfront with multiple people on this call also at Toll Brothers. We actually implemented Workfront there back in, I don't know when that was, 2019 maybe. And then since then, I had moved on to Thermo Fisher. When I started at Thermo Fisher, their system, first of all, they have like 8 or 9 instances of Workfront here because the company is ginormous. But I am the system admin for the largest instance here. It's our like enterprise instance. So it has been very interesting going from implementing from scratch to coming into a new instance where, well, it wasn't new, it was already implemented here, but it was not implemented the way that I would have done it. So it was pretty messy actually when I started. So it was kind of, it was difficult, but also fun to revamp the whole system. And we've kind of had many iterations of what it looks like. And we're actually probably going to go through starting from scratch in a new instance and combining multiple systems in the next probably few months. So a lot of just, change, but it's all good. So yeah, my favorite thing about Workfront is probably just, everything that you can do with it. Definitely like taking people's processes and helping them to, do less manual effort, automate things. Our systems are tied to multiple other systems. We use Fusion, heavily here. So it's just, it can do so many things. It's so powerful. And then obviously gaining from this user group, just being able to connect with old coworkers that I miss very much, that I love. And I'm just excited to learn from all of you as well.
Awesome. Thank you. Amanda?
I was waiting. I wasn't sure I was getting called on. I'm Amanda Troya. I work for NJM Insurance Group. I'm a marketing project manager. I'm also a system admin by title. However, Heather Munn, who's on the call, she's one of my coworkers and good friends. She really is primarily our admin. She's what I call the brains of the operation. So I fall responsible for really finding where those process improvements can be made and then bringing them to Heather and saying, can the system do this? How can we tackle this together? My favorite thing about Workfront is definitely the reporting capabilities. I love all of the dashboards and the reports. I am a super type A personality, so I rely heavily upon those. I find what Lauren had just said actually very relatable as far as what I want to learn from this group. We did not have the greatest experience as far as onboarding Workfront and our integration. Not integration. What is the word I'm looking for, Heather?
Implementation.
Implementation, Lord. We didn't have the greatest implementation experience. So much of like what Lauren said, going to these user groups and different things, it is kind of fun to find out what the system can do. But like even how some of you guys have multiple instances, I'm interested to find out more about that. We are not yet utilizing Fusion, so that's something that Heather's been tackling. So definitely learning about that and just learning more of the capabilities of the system that we haven't tapped into yet.
Awesome. Kim.
Hey everyone, I'm Kim Espenscheid. I work with Oldcastle APG. We are a international manufacturing company that specializes in pavers, decking, fencing, you name it. We're based out of Atlanta, Georgia, but I am up the street from Jen in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, so Lehigh Valley. I'm originally from New Jersey. I relocated here a little while ago. So I actually lived about 20 minutes outside of Philly then originally. Now I live about 70 minutes away. So Philly at heart, you know, but Lehigh Valley now. I am the creative operations manager for the company. With that came, I automatically became the Workfront administrator. That was kind of thrown at me. And I am basically the only project manager that we have for our creative team. So I wear a lot of hats that and do a lot of things. I'm kind of a team of one right now. I do have a larger creative group that I work with. I am a designer, that is my background, so this has been kind of a natural fit for me. And I think what else? My favorite thing about Workfront, I would say so far, has been developing our system of extensive templates to use for assigning out projects. When I inherited the instance, we had miscellaneous 1, miscellaneous 2, and miscellaneous 3 to choose from, and now we have over 100 customized templates that really help manage the inflow of work we get. We average anywhere from 30 to 50 project requests a week with a very small team to handle that. So it's really essential that things have been built out in a way. I am still learning. I am consider myself still a newbie. Like I said, I kind of stepped into this position with no prior knowledge, so had to learn fast, which the Scale team and the workshops that they offer have helped substantially with this group. I'm really looking forward to continuing that even further and learning more. We are looking at adopting Fusion next year, so I really want to learn more about how people are using Fusion and what the best practices for that are. That's about it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to come back to Nicole. I don't know if I can't see the chat, Kaylee. I don't know if her and Cassie, their issues are fixed with tech. Well, actually, Julie, would you like to also introduce yourself?
I can do that. Hold on, let me get my camera on. I'm Julie Wilson. I work at Adobe. Oh, my camera's not on. Adobe. I'm the program manager for the Workfront User Group program and also the Workfront Champion program. So just here to support these wonderful co-leaders on their very first event, but I will not join future events so that you guys can be open and speak freely. Feel free to contact me if you ever have any questions about these kinds of programs. We call them like advocacy and learning programs. So I hope you guys get a lot out of this new program.
Awesome. Okay, Kaylee, passing it back over to you.
Okay. Yeah. Did anyone? I'm just gonna check. Did anyone not get caught on that maybe joined and messed up Jen's list? Give it a
It's
shot.
probably me. This is Cassie.
Oh,
Okay,
yes. Okay,
yes.
Kathy.
Sorry, it's nice to meet you all. I think my work like blocks it, so I'm on my phone.
Any way to
Um,
join?
yeah, but no, I'm here. Thank you. I'm Cassie Steiner. I'm a digital project manager at Essent. We're an insurance company in Radnor, PA. But I live like in the city, so the Philly area. Um, I sit on our marketing team, and I'm also our system admin, but I'm actually like super new to Workfront. I like started like being our like system admin in March of this year. So far, my favorite thing about Workfront is really just like all the information that's out there, but also like how it's been able to like simplify so much for us. But again, like I'm still learning. So those are like my like hopes and dreams for this group too, is to like meet a bunch of people who are doing the same things as me and hopefully take some ideas back here for us. But thank you all so much. I'm looking forward to what's next.
Thank you so much, Cassie. That dedication for joining on your phone, I appreciate that. And John, I don't believe that you did an intro. So correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I joined late as well. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Yeah, I joined late. So yeah, thanks for calling on me. I'm John Higgins. I'm a director of marketing technology at Lincoln Financial in our workplace solutions group. We've been in Workfront now for just over 7 years. We just re-upped our contract. But the big thing, what I want to get out of this group while we joined, is now we added Fusion. So we want to try to get that up and running with a lot of different automated processes. So curious to hear how you guys are leveraging Fusion and see if there's any way I could help you guys, since we've been in the system now for 7 years. So, and we get a lot out of it. We love the reporting. I love all of these, specifically like the budgeting tools, the resourcing tools that we leverage for forecasting. So I'm all about Workfront. I'm one of the business admins here. So yeah, now I just want to get Fusion up and running and see how we can expand.
Awesome. I think I'm looking at my list. Thank you guys so much for your patience. I think everyone has everyone gotten?
It feels like it.
I think so. All right, I'm
If
going
you
to
didn't go,
pass it
you
over
can.
to you.
Yeah, you can cut me off if you didn't go, and make sure you get your intro. But I just wanted to say welcome to everybody. It was so nice to meet all of you and hear kind of what everyone's doing. Some people that have been using Workfront for years, some people that just got it. I think that's the nice perk of this user group, is you get people kind of across the whole spectrum. And I know from previous Workfront events that Jen and I and others on the call have been part of, when you get together as a group and just start brainstorming and listening to what other people do, it really unlocks like new features within Workfront almost that have always been there, but they're new to you. So that kind of takes us to talking about what we want to talk about in future calls here. I know everyone kind of mentioned things they're hoping to get out of this. There was a lot of best practices, networking, just hearing from others on the call. There's a couple mentions of Fusion. So we definitely can do some, show and tell, bring your problem. Everyone tries to help solve it with you. We can definitely do some Fusion stuff. But beyond those topics, this is a list of just common topics, I guess, across the Workfront world. So feel free to come off mute, or you can throw it in chat as well. Like, what on this list would you guys kind of like to hear about in the upcoming sessions? Because we want to make sure our sessions reflect what you guys need and what you're looking for. So we'd love to hear directly from you.
Did you say other than this list, or start calling out things on this list?
Just things on this. If there's something on this list that you want that's not here, please let me know. These were just brainstorming ideas of common topics.
I know one of my partners here at Lincoln, on the other side, that she would be on this call if she was on vacation, but I'm sure she'd be interested in the agile processes in Workfront and how other folks are leveraging the tools in Workfront with agile.
Yes, that's a good one.
Awesome.
I got a few.
Good.
So AI powered work management, that's right in my wheelhouse. I want to learn about that. And then does anybody use goals and scenarios?
I'll second that with what Joe just mentioned, because we are as we're getting Fusion through the Ultimate license, we're getting goals and scenarios. So I'm in the process of building all of those use cases. We have the Fusion use cases down, but we didn't realize goals and scenarios came with it. So that's something that I'm actively looking into and very open to hear how people use it.
Awesome. I'm just looking at some of the comments in the chat. Laura, you said all of them. I agree. I think all of these are awesome topics. Governance, reporting, resource management, forecasting, tips and tricks. And Fusion has come up in almost all of the intros, Kaylee. So that's definitely something that we should pay attention to as well.
Yes.
This is really great. Thank you, guys.
Do most people on this call use Fusion or not use Fusion? I don't know the best way to judge that. I'm seeing a couple nodding of heads. I think that would mean you use Fusion. Because we definitely, we can bring some topic ideas and information. We have people we know. We can get people from Adobe to come. But if somebody on this call is also, knows a lot about some of these topics, we'd also love for you to present and you kind of just share your tips, your tricks, how you implemented Fusion. That's the best part of having all these resources here.
Absolutely. Well, the chat is humming. So I'm just looking at the chat. This is great. Thank you guys for your feedback.
All right. So it does look like there's a good chunk of people that haven't yet used Fusion, but want to, or are going to be implementing it soon. So maybe we'll have different levels of Fusion too.
Yeah, that would be great.
Awesome. And if you think of anything in the meantime, you can always reach out to me and Jen. I guess we could probably send our contact information, or you can friend us on LinkedIn and message us there, so we can continue to keep these meetings interesting to you guys and help you guys out. All right.
Awesome.
Keep going.
So we are so fortunate that there are constant educational opportunities that Adobe provides. By a show of comments in the chat, who is going to be attending the skill exchange for Workfront tomorrow? I know I'm going to be attending most of those meetings. If you haven't signed up for this, the skill exchange is essentially the Adobe Workfront Summit. It is a free event. We will be sending this information to you guys with the chat links and all that great stuff, but certainly check it out. They have a stellar lineup of sessions for tomorrow. August 25th, Workfront Collective, the 28th, Workfront Planning through case study, September 5th. The admin chat for marketing and creative are awesome. I always connect and get so many pearls of nuggets out of these sessions with folks. September 9th, the one-on-one Workfront data. The 16th, bring your Workfront questions. It's so great to go into a session with about 100 Workfront users that provide all different perspectives and things you never even thought to explore. So bring your questions and certainly attend. The 22nd, there's a Workfront Collective. And October 2nd is Wake Up with Workfront, Scaling with Advanced Features and Fusion. So that might be a really good one for folks to attend on this call, especially with some folks implementing Fusion.
Yeah, I think Monique, you're presenting tomorrow on one of the calls of the Skill Exchange. Is that correct?
I am. I'm talking about user management.
There we go. So if you want more Monique, because she's our celebrity, you should go check her out tomorrow. And I think Julie also sent a link. There's a session tomorrow for maximizing efficiency with AI within Workfront's AI tools. So if you're interested in that, that's also a session. And there's two different paths, correct? There's like the grow path and the learn path.
Tracks. Yeah, a
tracks.
learn
There we go.
track and grow.
Perfect.
And all of them will be recorded. So if you want to attend all 8, but you can only attend 4 at a time, we'll have the recordings, and check Experience Link for posts about that too.
Awesome. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Julie.
Okay, and then in addition to all of those events, we also have what we're calling a mega WUG. So it's basically just a big meeting with some of all the other Workfront user groups. So we're the Philly one. I know Monique mentioned she is the DVM. There's some all across the country popping up with Workfront interest. So we're going to organize one with a bunch of those other Workfront user groups across the country. And it's going to be a skill exchange after party. So you're going to go to the skill exchange tomorrow or watch the recordings after, and you're probably going to get a whole bunch of new information that you need to digest. So this is a great place to come meet with other people on this call, other people from other Workfront user groups, and we're just going to chat about everything that we kind of got from the skill exchange session, things we knew, things that were new, how we're implementing it, and just help each other there. So it's kind of a digestion of everything from the skill exchange. So highly recommend joining that if you go to the skill exchange and want to continue the conversation. And thank you, Julie just sent the direct link in the chat.
Thank you, Julie. So stay connected with our chapter. In order to receive emails and notifications, you actually have to join our chapter. So we put a link in the beginning of this chat as to how to join our chapter. We're super excited to represent the Philadelphia area. So join us, and the link also will be provided for the recording of this meeting on the YouTube channel.
All right, and I think we perfectly ended on time. That's pretty impressive. So yeah, thank you guys all for joining. We look forward to hosting more of these events in the future. Hopefully have maybe some in-person events for us to connect in person, but probably more will be virtual so we can get everybody on here. But we're gonna start going through those ideas you guys shouted out and thinking of new topics for future meetings. So hope to see you at the Skill Exchange, hope to see you at the Mega WUG, and then we'll stay in touch on the Philly chapter for future meetings.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a
Thank
great rest of
you.
your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. We did it.
Let's stop our recording. Hold on.